Hey guys, it's Trav. And this episode of The Young and the Wash is brought to you by Breeze Boards and More. From office parties to that special day, Breeze Boards and More has you covered.
And welcome back to the Oversharing You Never Asked podcast, a.k.a. The Young and the Wash. I am the Husky Hustler, Fat Face Fabio, a.k.a. Zoo Wop and Z Shiesty. And with me as always is your favorite 12-year-old Samoan, the conditioner clout god himself, our walk-on wizard, Josh Palais. We have two guests today, so Josh isn't on camera, but I promise you, ladies, he is here.
Yes.
And
of course, it's the man with the best eyebrows in the game, your boy Trake, your favorite light-skinned Grandmac Trav. And like my man Zosa said here, we do have some guests today. Gentlemen, introduce yourselves.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Josh, a.k.a. Dale, and this is my boy Will. We're from What's on the Menu.
Yeah, Will Galvez. We're co-founders of What's on the Menu Daily, and I really feel that we should have had a way better introduction. Like,
oh no, okay.
I mean, yeah, you guys are.
That was like so fluid. I was like, shit.
Come on, that's what we do. We do this every Saturday. It's mainly him.
You know
it was just so fluid. I was like, fuck,
damn.
you know what I need to get a fucking verse. Like, let me get the notes out.
A little background for you guys in the room. We have great energy in the room right now. So Trav knows Will. I met Will last weekend.
Yeah,
and Josh knows Will also, and then Josh, other Josh. We'll
call him Dale.
We'll call him Dale.
Dale?
Dale.
I can do Dale.
Yeah, we'll do Dale.
So your issue comes more from like us, or at least I do the nicknames here. I give out 97% nicknames. I don't know where people's like funny is.
Yeah.
So I don't want to offend anyone. Like if I come in here and I'm just but if I come in here and I'm like, oh, it's Young and the Wash. And we have, like, I don't know. We have Mark Anthony and Bobby Hill. Like, that's fucked up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I do that, like, then you don't know. Oh, Josh, can we get an appearance for the ladies? The ladies are tripping. They don't know that you're here. They don't know that you're here. Can we get an appearance?
Was that part of the
No. Can you get in the camera for the ladies just so they can see you? Josh is here. I promise. I promise he's here. That might have just
eating his 7 eggs.
Yeah,
and Hawaiian roll
with the quesadilla.
You guys missed the 46 push-ups he did right before this started.
Literally just bumping them out.
Just everything. Okay. And to get started, because I guess Zo's in charge today, because Josh isn't on camera. I'm the captain now. If you could change one thing about your childhood, boys, what would it be?
It wasn't cold. I mean, shit, it was cold in Ohio 6 months out of the year.
God,
I couldn't go outside. It was dark. It was wet.
It's dark and hell is hot.
I would go back and wish that I didn't think Echo Unlimited was cool and not wear all of their shirts and shorts.
It depends on to what age you did that.
It was like through elementary school, but do you remember
you're young.
So like
I need
I
receipts.
want to say it was about 2010 when it was like the Kanye like slim fitting fashion era really took off.
The preppy came back.
Yeah, so when you look at the old like grainy pictures, because the parents didn't have iPhones back in the day, it was fucking digital cameras, or it was like
the Sony with the slide in
Sony
front of
with
it.
the
Yeah,
slide,
so you wouldn't get no dust in it.
Yeah. So I look at the pictures and I'm like, why am I so baggy? Like
That was a swag. That was a swag.
Hold on. And speaking of Unlimited, just so you guys know, this episode is brought to you by Breeze Boards and More. Breeze Boards and More. Any of your charcuterie needs, you can get it at Breeze Boards and More. But going back to what we were saying, though, I'm getting nice with this shit. I'm getting nice.
That was
with
good. That was good.
I was like, we didn't start. It's funny though you brought that up, like because I always tell this story. This is so funny. So remember, jean shorts were popping.
Yeah.
My dad's one of those people who's so he's so lost that he never stopped wearing jean shorts.
Facts.
So he feels like he brought them back. Like me and Travis have heard this argument where he's like, bro, I brought jean shorts back. I'm like, bruh, if you never stop wearing them.
really left.
Yeah.
Last two times I've seen
the
him.
bus stop the entire time. The
Yep.
bus just
Last
kept
two
going.
times I've seen his dad, he was been wearing jean shorts.
They've gotten,
100%.
gotten cooler, but it's still like, bro, you never stop. Like you were wearing them like bro.
Why aren't they cool though?
You know what?
Because Cowboys fans wear them.
And you know what my dad is? You know what I'm talking about?
Cowboy Lakers Duke starter
Yeah,
pack.
exactly.
Hey, you know what my dad is? A Cowboys fan.
Exactly.
Another fan. And he's also a Knicks fan, the other leader in jean shorts.
Yeah, exactly.
So my pops came out for San Diego the first time. Literally wore jean shorts 5 to 7 days.
You know
I
what's
tried to get him
so,
in,
you know
like,
what's so
install
funny
shorts.
though? Like in my head, jean shorts make sense. They're loose, not too tight. They can still be kind of tight if you need to. You get the color and aesthetic of denim matching your outfit and you get to wear either high socks. Like they kind of work.
I just can't do the baggy anymore.
But
I can't
it's
do
like,
the baggy
but
anymore.
you know what it's like? It's like the guy in the NBA who averages like 8, 5, and 6. he clearly serves a purpose. He has a decent stat line. But when you're that close to being good, but you're not good, no one gives a fuck.
Facts.
It's like
Big facts.
always
are
be
you
on the
guys
bench.
big basketball guys? You guys
Yeah, of course.
Okay, you remember TJ McConnell.
Yes.
TJ McConnell, bro, he has like 3 career triple doubles off the bench, but everyone's like TJ McConnell's average. I'm like, bro, if he averages 5, 5, and 5,
For the Pacers right now.
yeah, he does something right.
He's nice right
but
now.
the problem
Right.
is, it's still just 5, 5, and 5.
It's kind of like
you-
jean shorts. They see the rotation, but they're not an everyday
yeah, but it's like
guy.
they still provide a service.
Yeah.
But
I just can't run in jean shorts, you know. I can't.
I'm too old to be running anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's get back to this. What were the age at what age will you tell your kids how babies were made?
When you tell
Boy or
them-
girl? If it's a girl, like 18. My boy, like 12, 13.
Look at it know.
See, I think the opposite. I'm telling my daughter early. You see these dirty dicks?
Yeah, I think so.
Listen,
No, I think
I'm
he's
one of
right.
them.
I think it's younger. I'm thinking maybe 12. Because you gotta realize something I've realized too. Everybody in today's age, all these little kids have iPads and straight access to the internet
they're
and
just looking
memes and all
themselves,
these
yeah.
crazy things. So they know everything already before it. So they're probably gonna be opened up to
Right.
it around 10. You know,
Imagine watching Pornhub at 8 years old.
Yeah, hey, I wasn't
kids
there.
are- they're-
I wasn't there.
I wasn't.
I was humping pillows when I was 8, but
Yeah,
that's about it.
I was like, why is this thing so hard?
I was a dog. But yeah. Trying to hunt videos to VH1 music videos of "Toxic" by Britney Spears.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, I'm thinking like 12. I'm thinking like 12 or something like that. Let them know early because I'm like, hey, yo, if you do this, I'm taking care of this, and I'm not taking care of this.
Yeah, I think
so
I
that's how I'm
think
going.
I think there's certain levels. I think yes, around 10 to like 14, like the pre puberty, whatever. Kind of explain the body changes, but then I don't think you have to go in too graphic a detail because I feel like that'll eventually come later. But
Something I've noticed since like being transplanted here too. West Coast kids, they grow up quicker. Like you guys are exposed to shit at a way younger age
Because
than I ever
things
was.
change every day.
Yeah.
You are. This is funny. Back to the In-N-Out thing. You want to know how fast California is? Our favorite restaurant only can have 3 things on the menu because we don't give a fuck about the rest of it. Like you know what I mean?
that's
It's
a
like,
good point.
all right, bro. I only got I need number 1, 2, or 3 because this 5, 6, 12, 13 shit. That shit don't matter. I need fries and a burger. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
I got somewhere to be. I got something to hump
it's just
on.
so efficient. Yeah.
So efficient. That's
It's
why
so
there's a bet.
efficient, but it's such like, yeah, California. That's a whole nother topic. We'll get into that later. All right, so for our third question of the day, what is your greatest accomplishment at this point?
I would say getting my bachelor's from SDSU.
I'm gonna say my coaching career, like with wrestling, like I just helping kids like reach goals. And
Oh, so
get
you're a
to that
wrestling
point.
coach. Wow,
Yeah,
we should-
so that's what I do, like outside of serving in the pod. Like I train wrestlers.
That's good stuff.
That's awesome.
And for you,
For me, I'm definitely going back.
knowing Dunzo.
Huh? That's
Another-
one of them. That's one of them. Helping them out maybe a little bit. But definitely my bachelor's. That's all I want to do growing up is I wanted that degree as much as I played sports. I always knew that it was for the degree.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And the fact that after I got it, I was very happy I was able to get kind of like an office job, like a big boy job after because I was really scared of working after college. It was very scary
That's
for me.
natural though.
Yeah, I know.
Has that fear.
Yeah, so the fact that I did it, I was like, you know what, Trav? Maybe you're not a failure.
Well, for all of our college dropouts out there, I think my biggest,
Kanye West.
yeah, I think my biggest would be, and this is so funny because I'm trash. Actually going to school to play sports. Travis will tell you like this was a whole process when I was younger. I played 13 years, and then I had to choose a sport. I played for fucking 3 to go to college. Granted, it didn't work out, but I am the first guy out of my high school to go straight to a 4-year for that sport. So it was cool, but I mean, it shrivels in comparison to what you guys are talking about. And to move, okay, and let's do one more nostalgic thing. What is your favorite video game of all time?
Oh, my God.
I know you guys all
so
seem like more
hard.
video game people, so I'll give you a second.
No,
For the real
this is
niggas in the
easy for me.
building, NBA Street 2
yeah.
is the greatest video game of all
That's
time.
what- I mean, it's up there. It's up there.
God, that was
See,
such a great game.
I'm gonna go more basic. I might get a little roasted for this, but like I genuinely, because I'm a first-person shooter game.
Me too.
Fortnite until Mex entered the game was the best video game I ever played.
Really?
I wanted to go home every day. I wanted to play.
Trust
it.
me.
It was competitive.
I ran hours
We
of
were-
Fortnite
yeah,
in the
like, we were
beginning
good.
before building was
Yeah.
like what it was.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
And then the
like,
Mex entered, and you didn't have to be good anymore, and it just went to trash faster than any game I've ever played.
yeah.
I gotta go Halo 3 because
That's a
I
good
finally
one.
got like when I got the Xbox 360, I got Xbox Live. I think. I don't
Yeah,
play video
Xbox
games
Live is
anymore.
Xbox Live.
So being able to like talk shit, like to all your friends, but there's this one game. I don't know. You guys might judge too, but I had a PS2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still a huge Simpsons fan, but Simpsons
hit
and
and run.
dude.
No,
Hey,
that's
Because
knowledge.
I love
that's
Grand
knowledge.
I love Grand Theft Auto, but there was something about that game when I was like 9 years old. I was like, God,
No, that was
Simpsons
one of
Hit and Run is like when the first time you find a mixtape. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, my favorite rappers went over other beats. This kind of seems like something I'm used to, but he's still wilding on his own level.
Yeah.
So because it had like the Grand Theft Auto feel like you're saying, but it's so funny. Like you're 9, it's cartoonish enough to be the Simpsons. So
Yeah.
I fuck with that one heavy.
Yeah, no, that's super. Both of your games are just, all of them are just super classy. They're super
Yeah.
classy. So I am a definitely diehard first person shooter. I definitely grew up playing in like the talky shit lobbies and stuff like that.
yeah.
So like for me, it's definitely gonna be
fuck your mom.
exactly.
Like,
Toxic
It's
shit.
supposed, that's where I learned how to talk shit too. Like it's gotta be like Call of Duty Modern Warfare or like Call of Duty 4, like the
Yeah.
first ones, like those first ones that really changed the game. And then a shout out for me would be Destiny before they kind of killed it when they did it with the battle packs. I thought that game had the potential to be the best game ever. And the fact that they just made you buy battle packs to
Yeah.
kind of continue to play sucks. So.
Call of Duty 4 shipment, there were some.
Oh,
beefs
that's what I'm
that
saying.
ended
Shipment,
there.
Nuketown, like stuff like
Bro,
that. Like
yeah.
that is
Nuketown?
absolute
Ooh.
legendary. Like you can't not say that that's like the
Yeah,
best.
no, yeah, there were some toxic.
Okay, let's go into our first sports question of the day. Who's winning the All-Star game? Team LeBron or Team Durant? Do we know what the rosters look like? Are we all
Yeah.
aware?
I know starting five. 'Cause I saw what Giannis said.
The starting five is LeBron's reserves aren't as good. I don't think it's Kevin Durant's, but the starting five shits, I think, personally.
Yeah, I would say Durant.
You think really?
Yeah.
I respect. He's not playing though. Keep that in mind.
I know, but and it's sorry, not to. I tended to like go all over the place.
It's
but
okay.
The fact, can we acknowledge really fast the fat suit that James Harden wore to get traded, and then somehow maneuvered his way onto the Nets, and now you are potentially getting Blake Griffin. Like you almost want to root for the Nets.
No, but here's the thing though, and I've been telling Josh and all them.
Do you?
Ladies, don't worry. Josh is right here. I was telling me and Josh have been talking about this. Josh, remember when I argued that Kevin McHale only lost his job because James Harden got fat? I've been saying this isn't the first time we've seen the fat suit. Anytime James Harden's trying to get out of a situation, he puts on the fat suit, bro.
Wait, so dead ass? It's a fat suit? Wait,
no,
this is
no,
legit?
it's just he gets fat. Like,
I know, okay,
like,
okay, I thought
when
it was
he,
a real
remember when he
suit for a
came.
second.
Something sus about it. That transition, like he went from thick to slim.
No, but keep in mind this though. He's in Houston. What's like Zion in Louisiana?
Yeah.
If you want to put on weight, that's a city. It ain't that hard. Like,
that is true.
like 3 days worth of cheat meals can make you out of shape in that city. You know what I mean? You go to Brooklyn, which is being completely gentrified. You eat Tender Greens for 4 straight days. You're back to where you were. You know what I mean? All the gastric acid and shit's going on. Like you're straight. All right, so so I'm sorry.
No, I was the question.
Okay, so if you were actually, we're gonna skip this one because we kind of went over this today. The last two we have, because Josh likes to pry into our personal lives. I don't know if you guys know, quick hitters are just a dating profile.
Facts.
When you're in the act, what % of the time are you slow stroking? Oh no, time out. And better question: what are you saying while you
you're
slow
slow
slow?
stroking?
Because no nigga's doing the slow stroke. Excuse me, can't talk on purpose. Like, what's your slow stroke bag? What are you getting into?
The wrestler in me, I'm there to blow it back out.
Bro, no, I see. But here's the thing, though.
You're a beater then.
Yeah, no, but here's the thing, though. I'm a beater also. But here's the thing, though. No, okay.
The slow strokes are few and far between.
No, but okay, but don't lie. Like we've all gotten to some, we've all gotten to some pleasantries.
soul.
Yeah, we've all entered the canal of pleasantries and realized, oh, maybe we're not equipped for what this terrain is.
I feel
And
it.
then it's a lot of, ooh, why you do it like that? And
I'm
I didn't know
So
it
I'm
was.
gonna keep
Like,
it G, so I'll change the pace. So I'll keep it G here, so maybe to open it up a little bit. So for me, I'm majority slow stroking in a sense. You know, I'm a little bit more sensitive out here in these streets. That WAP be right. And I can slow stroke it, still feel good. So like you know, so for me it's more like the slow stroke is for me to like get my timing in, and then I'm like, okay, am I ready? Do I feel good? Now we're beating, and then like
I'm
I'll
there.
pull back. You know what I'm saying?
Get the little warm up.
Exactly.
All jokes aside, I was telling Will.
Josh
so,
smiling like good
so
man.
being
Good man.
out here with like.
Hey,
things
we'd have a
opening
fist
up,
pump, Josh, if we were out there.
like things opening up. I'm starting to meet like different kind of girls. Like
how long have you
diversity.
been out here, if you don't mind me asking?
A little over a year now.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
You came
so,
out
like,
here.
I moved
You
into
got here
PB.
right when it started to suck.
Yeah, like I moved.
Have
into
you fucked
PB.
someone brown yet?
That's what.
We were
So
talking about that.
so this
Oh,
like
sorry, I didn't
so like
mean
I
to-
was
yeah.
like
Fantastic.
You just push the button right
so
now.
there was a tornado that ran through my life this
A
week.
tornado flew around the room before we came. I'm sorry. Keep going.
So literally one of the wildest like 20 hours that I've spent in a while, and like she was Latina, and like literally like the first Latina girl I've hooked up with at all. And I told Will I was rattled at the aggression. I've never dealt with.
I
it
love when
before.
niggas say salsa for the first time, bro. I swear
I
to God.
was rattled with the aggression. Like her tongue was so far down my throat and like just mouth wide. I'm like, what is happening? Like,
You never fuck.
Was it controlled though? Was it nice though?
Yeah.
Was it too
Yeah.
aggressive to the point where it's not good?
I mean, at first I was just like, what the fuck is this? And once I like found the aggression match, it was
Yeah.
like,
Once he
fun.
was done crying, I think.
Yeah.
Once you turn your wrestler mode on, you're
Yeah,
like,
once
oh,
I
okay,
was like,
it's
all
game-
right, she's as like here
Okay,
as I am.
I have
like,
to ask a question. Is this the first time? Where did you go to college, if you don't mind me asking?
Kent State.
Okay, you
in
went to
Ohio.
Kansas State. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is the first time. This sounds funny because I told Josh this. Did you feel like the work? Like, did you feel like she fucked you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is natural.
Don't get me wrong. In college,
yeah,
we
it was
all-
just different.
She didn't charge.
Yeah,
She
like,
didn't charge.
yeah, in
different.
college we all have that drunk night where you know, like that chick who's like probably been trying to plot on you.
Yeah.
So like she might fuck you, but she might not be fucking right. We're
Yeah.
19, 20. We're trying to learn our bodies.
No, like, she
when you turn
controlled
like
the night.
23, 24, and she wants you, you got fucked by her. You didn't fuck her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flip the switch, things are different.
Okay, we're gonna ask this dumbass question because Josh likes to pry into things. Or actually, let me ask: percentage of slow stroke. Let's go back to that real quick. Give me a number. Throw out numbers.
I would go probably 30%.
I was really thinking 31%.
Because I'm flipped. So you guys start slow to go fast. I
Yeah.
like to go fast, get her really going, and in order to get her off, you got to like deliver.
Yeah.
That's when I would.
I think
You'll slow it up after.
And that's how you get it. Yeah, I mean.
because I like to layer things. I kind of like the idea, like you give her shots earlier and then you make it feel sensual at the end.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
she'll hear like you're fucking doing it, and she's like, "Oh, I keep going, whatever," and then you gotta like change the pace, and then like in her brain, like in her eyes, do the whole thing.
Yeah,
where
it
it's
just,
like,
it just it
We'll
went
slow
from,
it down and speed it up like he's switching
Yeah.
gears.
so, like, it went from BP practice to putting. Like I get it. Like there's a whole different like little.
fantastic. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it went from BP to putting. What's your percentage? Because we know Travis is batting 82%. That's what he's on the slow stroke meter.
Nah, maybe.
82 on the
respect
slow.
that.
See,
I'm
I mean, I do.
more like
I
70.
just, I don't know. I'm probably like 20 slow.
20 slow.
I'm going like
Yeah.
70, but I got meat. So
I'm
you know what
power.
saying? Like,
Heartbreaking Hebrew. What are you looking at on the slow stroke? 25%
Yeah.
on the slow stroke palets, and his number is. We're gonna bleep all that. I know Josh is gonna lose his shit. I know he's like this motherfucker. Remember my number? Okay, in the last quick hitters topic we have: who wins in a fight, me or Travis? Just
fucking why?
hey, remember I'm sitting closer to you, motherfuckers.
That is true. Answer carefully.
Man, I've seen Trav in action.
I'm no DB.
Trav have them hands.
I played Sam. It's a different hand
Listen,
game.
whatever
It's a
Will says, I follow here.
Okay. You can say Trav, it's your boy. You're supposed to. It's just
You
gonna
have,
get.
you have a low center of gravity.
I'm
so
taller than him.
No, you're not.
With the same height.
No, I've always been taller. I can't believe
Okay,
that you're
or what,
switching up now.
what is your All right, what is the discrepancy of height if you're taller than me?
I'm
Is it-
barely taller. I mean, I'm be real. I'm barely taller.
Listen,
but
we
yeah,
got cameras. We can put a measuring stick up.
we could, and I'd win.
Okay, all right, Trav. Hey, Trav.
We'll get
Hey,
receipts.
when we bench press, who puts the bar up higher?
Technically, you do.
Okay, then we're good. All right.
I bench more though.
That's fine.
you got 2 plates on. That's all.
Give me 2 weeks. We can find out. Lower
That's
center
fine.
of factor
You
gravity.
should bench more.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm
the
giving
fact
you.
that I do-
I don't
hey,
know.
you know what?
Longer arms are
Hey,
harder
hey,
to
hey,
bench,
let me do
yeah.
this. You're welcome.
I don't know.
I boost self-esteem.
I don't
You
know
know what I
about
mean? I'm Moses to the people. I bring them. I
don't
make
know,
them feel better. I part the Red Seas. I
don't
let you lift
There's
the
a lot
weights.
of a lot of switch up there. There's a lot of pivoting going on right
Oh,
there.
pivoting, bro.
There,
No.
in the last 30 seconds. But
Bro, you are analog stick man himself with the pivot. All right, anyway, speaking of pivoting, one of Travis's favorite things to do. Let's talk about this. So we all work in this, or we all pod in the sports realm. Let's talk about something, I don't know if it's controversial, but something that was a little bit different this week. Skip Bayless, at the age of 69 years old, received a deal. And he was in a bidding war between Fox and ESPN. And he just left ESPN 3 years ago, maybe?
something like that. Yeah.
3-4 years ago.
My man got $32 million for 4 years.
Damn.
No, not even that. Sticking to horrible takes. Like, here's the thing. I think I heard Pat McAfee say it best. Like, he's like an artist almost. You only need, like, 50 Cent can tour forever with Get Rich or Die Trying. It doesn't matter. It's a classic. Skip Bayless has been touring with the same shit for years, and no one and we can say it sucks, but we're all guilty of watching it.
Yeah.
And
I honestly don't so.
I haven't watched him since he left Fox, but I see what's the point though.
I just okay, so I don't know if you guys have worked. I know Josh has worked in sports media. There's everyone thinks it's Skip, but there's the producing team, the EP, and then the writers that are writing it. To where I know it's just with the power of social media now. It's you want to generate the most stir. How can you fucking Colin Cowherd the other day with the UFO and Baker
Oh my
Mayfield.
God! I saw that was one of the worst takes ever.
So with fucking
It's the off season. I don't judge people between March and the finals.
No, for
between
sure.
March and the finals, because basketball's the only thing. Not to cut off what you're saying. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
But in between those sports takes, and especially after the finals, I don't give a fuck what you're saying. So March to August, just say whatever the fuck you want, because no one's
the most outlandish things where you're there's no way you yourself believe what you're saying.
So you're saying it's more of the team behind it too? Is what you're saying?
Well, yeah, but okay, let's be honest. So think about our thing. What's been one of our biggest discrepancies on the show? I say you don't die on hills.
Yeah, I don't.
Like Travis, I always make the joke Travis's thighs have to be chafed from all that sitting on the middle of the fence that he does at times. You know what I mean? But the thing is, it's because we're not paid. Don't get me wrong, Travis works within himself. I die on a lot of hills I probably shouldn't have. So you need someone to draw you in. So the balance is there. Now, let me not just put down my co-host like that. But I think some people I'm not gonna say you told me this, but some people are paid to be smart and some people are paid to have opinions.
Right. Yeah.
And you want to be somewhere in the middle with it. Mm-hmm. And I feel he's losing smart credibility, but every year, here's the thing. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to provoke people. He's one of the best.
Yeah, he knows.
I've never seen someone who's non-aggressive provoke so
the thing
well.
on, too, is he's adapted with the times as well as anybody. Same with Cowherd. Cowherd's takes, I don't agree with 90% of them. He's an idiot, but I still click on his stuff. I still watch them.
And that's why
I like watching the takes.
But that's why I'm saying they're artists, because it's
Right.
this. Carlos Santana made Maria, but he was smart enough to give it to Rihanna and Bryson Tiller to make Wild Thoughts. Travis's favorite song to get dressed to. It's one of those things where it's
It's a good time.
as an artist, you got to be smart enough to know that how to adapt to the times, what you can give out, what can't, what should you rehash, what should you not. But my thing is this. Josh, you would know the numbers on this. Stephen A. Smith's deal was under $6 million a year, was it not?
I think he's getting 8. I think it's 8 annually.
Okay, so let's think about this. And it's Stephen A. Smith, and I don't want to bring a race thing to it because that's how a lot of people are doing this. Stephen A. Smith does about 47 more jobs than Skip Bayless.
Yeah.
He does about 16 more jobs than Tony Romo. And I get Tony Romo's a Sunday. Maybe it's more. Maybe on that one Sunday Fox brings in more ads, revenue than what's the show?
First Take.
First Take.
My favorite
Excuse me,
show.
yeah.
I love Stephen A. Smith.
Love he
it.
might be bringing in maybe not yearly, but for that Sunday, per Sunday, per one day.
Yeah.
He could be bringing in what Stephen A. brings in on his best week per Sunday that he does this.
Right.
But $8 million. $8 million.
But I appreciate
the number of guys who don't make $8 million playing the professional sports that he talks about. Not saying that he shouldn't be paid, but it's just bro, he has. I don't even think he has a radio show on Fox. He only does Undisputed.
Yeah.
I don't think he has $8 million.
Well, he has endorsement deals too.
Yeah.
With certain,
That's-
I think a clothing line where you're
Bro,
this guy's getting paid to talk.
Think about
And-
it. That's crazy.
He's entertaining. I think with Dale, I agree with Dale where it's he adapted. He's almost 70 years old and he can cater to guys our age. He can cater to the high schoolers that are clicking on his Twitter links. Look what we're doing. We're fucking talking.
Yeah,
about.
we're talking about it.
He does it correctly. The artist is that's true. That is true. Where you have to take a step back and admire it. It's look at this fucking guy.
Even comedians can go. I saw Eddie Griffin and he told a joke from Dale Hughley. He told a joke from 10 years before I'd seen, and it was still funny. It just wasn't as funny because I had seen it before. But comedians get to tour the whole world with the same thing before they put it out. But once you put it out, it's gone. This man gets to put out the same take every year, and we don't know if it's gone. Hey, did you find Stephen A. Smith's number, Josh? $8 million a year. Okay, if his $8 million, because Tony Romo makes 16, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's literally double.
A year?
Yeah.
Bro, first of all,
He's nice though. When he's
16
calling these
Sundays.
plays though.
I stand by this.
He's lit.
Tony Romo, the further away from football he gets, the least effective he'll be. Troy,
I don't know, Jim.
bro, this man couldn't run it. This man couldn't run an offense while he played. How am I supposed to trust that 4 years removed from the game, he's going to be able to call out these plays. You couldn't even call out the audibles you needed, and you couldn't hold a ball on a fucking field goal.
How do you guys
the
feel?
Seahawks, yeah.
Like, turn this around a little bit. How do you guys feel, like, Romo? How would you feel about having options for games to watch, like on announcers? You know,
like we get a pig?
Yeah, so like I had some boys come up to me recently and they're like, yo, like what do you think about this idea? And they're like, you have like a website, it's almost like Twitch, where like say like the four of us want to sit down and call this game, the Browns-Steelers game on Sunday. Instead of listening to the CBS announcers, people tune in and like play us over, like having options.
I've heard a lot of people talk about
that's
this,
not a
and I
bad
think this idea actually spawns a little bit more from remember when they ran Last Dance?
Yeah.
And they ran it on, so ESPN is obviously almost part of Fox, except for Fox Sports, ABC, all types of shit. They ran it clean on, I think, ESPN, but they ran the dirty version on ESPN too, like simultaneously. Right. So, and I feel like it's kind of like the same thing. It's like you can watch boxing or you can tune in the Thrillers and hear Snoop Dogg commentating on the boxing. Yep. But to answer your question, I think if ESPN was smart, it would happen, but I think the issue, or just anybody in general, let me not just say ESPN. It's the only people I don't think that should change is NBC because we're not getting Mike Tirico out of here. Like that's just not physically.
No, why would you want to?
Anyway. Yeah, he's a fucking go.
If I had the option.
If we have the option, I want to hear someone cuss, but I also want to like
or
flick
off the
back
guy
and
off the
forth.
golf channel, the guy for I think he does SEC football too.
I know you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, that guy's raw. I love
but
it.
no, to answer your question, I think the audibles would be good. I just don't know. How do they divide the money? Because I'm gonna say this: if you're giving Skip $8 million a year, that means that we only getting like $150 a game. Like they can't have that much.
Right, but it'd be like Twitch in the sense of like we would have followers, people would sub to us. Like say CBS like sets up this service where it's like, all right, I'm gonna tune in. These guys we're subbing to them. They get the royalties off that at the end of the month or the end of the week or whatever.
See, you know what's funny? I think you're 100% right, and this is gonna go into a whole creative conversation that we're probably not gonna have today. But I think that more leans into the idea of the paperwork, like you said, royalties, like licensing deals. Royalties, being able to play back. Like if I go do an interview, is my Twitch allowed to be played back during this interview? Because technically the video is licensed by the NFL, but the NFL is allowing me to speak on it. Are we allowed to play back what I said? Am I allowed to like broadcast this because I'm cussing and maybe they don't want to be in partnership with that?
To work out. A lot of logistics to work out, but the idea itself is there. It's there.
So this week, Dr. Seuss had to take 6 books off the show.
Oh yes, I heard about this.
Okay. I'm a proponent of cancel culture is weak. Some things people don't know they're doing is bad. But let's be honest here. These images did have 2 African people wearing grass skirts, big lips, like, kind of a blackface type of mantra. Yeah. And they did show a Chinese person in, for lack of a better term, traditional Chinese garb. But the slanted eyes, running around holding rice, I get it. It's not the greatest image in the world. You know what I mean? So, like I asked you guys during Quick Hitters, what's worse, cancel culture or mental health warriors? I have a question. So, Dr. Seuss went about it by taking it off. Obviously, Dr. Seuss has passed. Someone else is in charge of this.
Yeah.
Disney, on the other hand, for movies like Dumbo, just put, hey, guys, warning, this shit wild as a motherfucker. You know what I mean?
That's literally what it said.
Yeah, watch at your own discretion. Are we getting too soft, or are we protecting brands nowadays?
I just don't get the inconsistency.
See, but that's why I think it comes down to my question, though. Like, I think the inconsistency comes from who's sincerely doing this and who's protecting their brand. Like, who's like, they look in their archives and like, this looks fucking crazy. And other people are like, let's just say that we got rid of this before they come and get us.
Dude,
because
6 years ago, Michelle Obama was reading one of the books that got canceled at the White House to a group of kids. Like, why now, 2 years later, is this such a big deal?
Oh, because everyone's, that Office skit when everyone's just holding the guns at each other?
Yeah.
I feel like that's what every company's doing. It's like, you don't like black people. Well, you don't like Asians. Well, white people don't get to talk. Like, everyone's just like
Muslims,
everyone's just pointing like the finger at each other. I'm just like, so what's the right? That's why I want to ask you guys. 'Cause I know you guys are building a brand, and we're all going to go through this. Like, I always say, don't subtweet me. You ain't going to get enough clout. But let's be honest, you look through enough of my tweets, you're going to find someone reckless. I have no problems, admitting I was wrong. Like, half those tweets. I've been on Twitter for 12 fucking years. I've been outside for a long time.
He's a veteran in the Twitter game right now.
I've been outside for a long time. I've been almost canceled like twice this year. I don't give a fuck. Like, dude, you can't cancel someone who doesn't care.
Right.
You know what I mean? But in that regard, though, like, where do you guys think, where is the line between I don't want to get canceled for something someone might find and me being like, you know what, this is in my best interest to protect my brand by just admitting this or just getting rid of it before someone even calls me on it?
Right.
So, unfortunately, I'll take yours. I think you take 10 steps back. with your question, I think you have to ask, how is the Twitter and social media community going to react? I think that's because we're trying to find that line of demarcation where it's like, okay, can we push this? Should we take this back? It's all off of response now. How many times in the last 5 years have we seen people lose their jobs or get their reputation just completely stomped on because of the Twitter mafia and the mob mentality? So I think, for me, I'm all for the progression and like the movement and stuff for sure. But they are inconsistent, and I think they just retaliate from the response from social media, which is bad because it's like you get one person to say one thought and you get 10 million people that can jump on board.
I saw something online this week and I tweeted, I said, this was the moment I gave up on Twitter. It said, if you're 17 dating a 15-year-old, like, you're nasty. And I was like, bruh. They're like, what does a 17-year-old have to like talk to a 15-year-old about? Let me answer that question for you. Your permit, nutrition break, the same teacher you had 2 years ago, getting sweating during PE and not letting you take it, curfews, driver's test, prom, homecoming. There's tons of fucking things that a 15-year-old can talk to a 17-year-old about. And I get it. What you're thinking is the process of steps like, oh, he's about to be 18. Well, guess what? He might have just turned 17. He might still be a junior. Like, Travis was old for our grade. This nigga was 17 for a whole 6 months before he's almost a year older than some of the people in our grade, which I don't know if it helps or hurts the point, but it's about a mindset thing. Don't get me wrong. Sure. If you're 18 dating a 15-year-old, that's different. But I'll even say this. If I'm 18 and my girlfriend's 16, and she turns 17 and I'm now 19, I don't think you should have to break up for that. No. I get the if you met in high school. If you met when your mental was on a playing field, and I'm not trying to go into the whole example of this, like I'm not trying to harp on this, but it blew my mind. I was like, we're canceling people in high school for talking to people in high school, and they're like, well, what if a 6th grader dated an 8th grader? Well, we're not talking about a 6th grader dating an 8th grader.
So the way I see it from what the main question was, where I kind of think what I think, mainly for this Dr. Seuss thing, right? It's almost like moving forward, like you guys are kind of saying, have the consistency. Like moving forward, don't have these photos of all these stigmatisms and all our stigmas of these people and all that good stuff. But when it comes to what's already been done, like Dr. Seuss, Dumbo, all these stuff, acknowledge, because America can't do this for some reason, acknowledge what was done, acknowledge that it was wrong, and at that point, keep it pushing. Like, it was wrong, this was done, I'm sorry. Moving forward, we will not do this again. Right. You have to acknowledge the problem and then move forward from it, and at that point, it's like, okay, so let's move forward together at that point.
So, Trav, you said this perfect. You said the consistency. Like, for me on this, like, I like to be consistent in all aspects of my life.
Yeah.
My workout, my clients, my work, the pod now. Like, this is now a consistent part of my life. Yeah. Like, right is right and wrong is wrong to me.
Right.
Like, exactly. I will never break the consistency in that. Yeah. Like, I'm not going out of my way with tweets or things I say to, like, hurt people or put people down. Like, that's wrong. Yeah. That's when cancel culture to me is like, okay, if someone's just going out of line and like, you clearly deserve like to get nobody's attention because you're worthless, deserving. But like in some situations, it's like we can get better as a culture. We can get better as a country. Exactly. We don't have to fight about it. Like obviously, there's some things in these books that are fucked up, right? Yeah. Like there's some things that need change.
Wrong. It's just wrong.
Exactly. That is wrong. Fix it.
Exactly.
Fix it. Move on.
So I have a question. So is that moving the goalposts? Because wrong is a morality thing and morals move. Like we learn things like Elvis married a 14-year-old or whatever. You know what I mean? And Elvis is a nasty, dirty, dirtbag ass type of nigga. I'm sorry, white people. I'm gonna say it. But I don't even know if him dating the 14-year-old was considered wrong back then. But now it's wrong. I think there's tons of other reasons usually to cancel someone like him for other reasons. Right. But I don't know if my thing is like this. Who are we to cancel someone who is? I know we like to say this about older racist people.
Who
like
thought they were right, or like thought it wasn't wrong.
When you're truly an actual product of your time,
like ignorance. Excusing the ignorance of the time.
Being 80 years old, like, all right, this is like a stupid example like this. Being 80 years old and then still calling black people the N-word and all types of shit, you're wrong. Being 80 years old and being like, I don't know why women wear pants. I don't know if you're wrong. Like I'm not trying to use like the woman thing as an example, but it's like that was some like playful, I guess.
You can do men.
Yeah, perfect example. Like being 80 years old and being like, oh, this is a great example. Your wife works? Old niggas don't understand that
Yeah.
like women work.
Yeah.
And here's the, it's not even a detriment to the woman. They look at it as a
It's a generational thing.
yeah, they look at it as like the man. Like you can't provide enough that your woman has to go out here
Right.
and work
So that's
also.
moving the goalposts.
Yeah, like that's moving the goalposts
Is it moving
because
the
like it
goalposts or is
sounds
it
crazy to
evolving?
them, but I
See,
get it
and that's
because they
what
come from a
and
time
I,
where like
I love it. You're thinking like we kind of thinking like on that one exactly. Like because of where we're at now, if you
Right.
don't move the goalpost, then at that point we're not going anywhere.
Oh, no.
You know, to progress, unfortunately, goalposts have to be moved because these are now the standards. So now we don't accept this goalpost. Guess what? Now we're kicking from the 40 instead of the 30. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you got to move it a
Okay,
little
so my
bit.
next question would be: should we be offended by these old niggas, or should we just stop putting a microphone in front of them? Because if it's like
Second. They're irrelevant.
because here's my thing: it's like when people because this is like something crazy we always talk about. Donald Sterling wasn't even mad Magic Johnson had AIDS. He was mad that he was black. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know he don't pop up with the HIV no more on tests, but like if my girl is cheating on me with a dude who has the HIV, I'm gonna be more mad about the HIV personally. Nothing against him, but it's just like safety wise.
love how
Like,
you're
like
making
even
this
as like a safety. My thing is like this though. If Donald Sterling was 23 when Brown versus Board of Education happened, I'm not going to look for him to be the insightful news on what he thinks about black people. This man was established, wealthy, and hating Negroes for a whole 23 trips around the sun before we ever got rights. I'm sorry. Am I mad he's racist? Yes. Am I surprised? No. No, we should do. Just stop putting the fucking camera in front of this guy.
Yeah, stop giving them the platform.
All right, well, let's keep this on women. I had a funny female friend tell me something today, or this week, and I thought it was very telling. And what do you guys think when women say, "Oh, he's chill"?
That is essentially a mix of the friend zone and when
I want to hit.
I would hit.
I would. All right, what were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
Now, are you saying? Can you say the context again?
Okay, so she was saying she had an interaction with a guy. A bunch of his friends were there. Blah blah blah.
he's chill.
Like he's chill.
Yeah, no, but
he's
like she
chill.
was like, I wasn't even talking to him. He wasn't. She gave me all the indications that like he wasn't pressing her.
He was.
He wasn't.
Oh, wasn't?
Like she knew him, but he was with a bunch of his friends. They all came together. It was just her and somebody else. But she said, like, she was like, oh yeah. He was like asking like, oh, how's your day? Do you like any of my homies? You know what I mean? Just like, you know, like trying to get a feel. You know, temperature check, if you will.
Yeah.
But then she ended it with, oh, but yeah, he's chill, or like he was chill. I want you to know at that moment I knew. I said, oh, he fucked. He did everything to let you know he wasn't
Something
pressed.
about the word sex and fuck is in there somewhere.
He wasn't pressed for the pussy,
Yeah.
and he was laid back, so he got it. In the words of young,
So she's being subtle then.
yeah, but
about
like
it.
the she's, but I was thinking more like, are there any other like, and I know there's a couple of like indicator words that you've heard from a female either used for you or used about someone else, and like what are the tones that they use? Like I got a lot of because I got a lot of female friends. Like they,
explain.
Josh has a really good joke. I can't believe I'm in this. Josh calls it the friend zoned. Like yeah, because they call me Zo. It's a really fucking good joke. I'm not gonna lie, but like I always thought two things. Like if she calls me her brother, I'm either never touching that box. Or I got 2 weeks. I'm fucking all in that shit, swimming like Michael Phelps.
What's worse? Oh, he's my brother. Oh, he's my best friend.
The brother, because
Yeah,
it takes
I don't like
all
that one.
sexuality
I don't
out
like
of
that.
it.
I don't like that
Because,
at
but
all.
also I feel like
best
this,
friend you can
the
hit.
brother,
Yeah.
like the brother, like okay, he shows like that. I think the brother, the telltale sign of that's my brother is how fast she uses it.
Yeah.
If she don't know me and she's like, oh, that's my brother, or like females like to use the term twin, like you've seen like
Oh God.
I prefer
Guts.
twin. No,
Guts.
I prefer twin is guts for sure.
is
Twin is guts.
Yeah.
like
But
I've known you for 4
brother,
days.
no.
I'm not your twin.
No.
You don't actually know my birthday.
You don't know anything about me.
Brothers, no. Best friend, I think also is very much like that.
No, but back to the whole chill thing. Yeah, you're definitely hitting. Like if she's
If she says
Yeah.
you're chill, you're smacking.
Hey, Josh. As a
He
man,
would- he would know about
as a
this.
man who gets some type of trim, we're not gonna put your number out there. How many of them do you think would refer to you as chill to their friends?
Every single one.
Percentage wise,
all of them.
most of them.
90%.
Yeah, because I was thinking, I was like, when she said it, I was just like, nothing. But I know her, so it was like a little different. Like
Yeah,
I knew like we're like
So I
we're.
feel like you almost need a third party to where you need to hear.
Well, no, it was funny though because when she said it, I looked at her and I was like, she's like, what? I'm like, So she's like, well, no, I was actually hanging out with one of his friends for a while, and then something happened, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, the original one fucked, huh? And she was like, well, I mean, like, it wasn't like... And I was like, no, it's fine. We're not judging, ladies. We're not judging.
If anything, we're encouraging.
We're encouraging. Do you? You know what I mean? No, but I thought it was funny because it made me think back. Cause I was like I think if she says it's her best friend, watch that nigga. If she goes, that's my bestie, that nigga's not a threat. Yeah. Anything with an E, they don't want anything with an E isn't a factor.
I do feel that.
Like, bro, like
you looked up like, ooh,
bro. Think about this. We can all be E's. Every one of our names can turn into an E, and look how unsexual it becomes.
I hate it when people are like Josh E. I'm like, fuck,
bro.
Shut up.
I know Zo is very close to Zoe.
I've never hated
only
anyone
my
who called
mom,
me
my
Travi.
grandma, like only women in my family are allowed to call me Zoe.
Yeah.
Because it's just like what sex, like, not saying, like, even if it's my homegirl and I don't want to fuck you, like, we're actually, like, strictly platonic, I just don't, as a man, I don't want you to just tell me I can't have draws. I might have already come to grips with it, and it's fine. We've been platonic for 15 years. I've never looked at you sexually. Yeah. Like, it's not a thing. But just don't just be like, hey, your penis doesn't exist to me. Yeah. Like, let me have some type of pride. Like, it just be like, it's like when,
penis
like...
existence pride?
Well, because it's like, okay, like, we are... Like, no,
I'm here.
No, but you say that... We say it... We say it like that, but, like, you and Josh have both seen it where, like, you guys have shown me pictures of our homegirls, and I'm like, I don't really give a fuck about that.
Facts,
like, or like, I've been with her, and she's like,
some cap though.
Yeah, like, okay, here's my
I had
thing.
to throw that side.
No, here's the thing. Ass and titties. I love ass and titties. But when I see them attached to someone who I don't feel like that way, it's over. Yeah. Like, you know me. Like,
You've
once I
like
get
that.
it, it's
he's
dead.
always been like
Dude,
that.
You say that so perfectly. Like, I was with this chick the other day, and she's just showing me nudes of her friends. And, like, there's no connection to me.
Good friend.
Great friend. I'm here
Very generous.
It was just like, it was like a weird vibe to me. Like, yeah, these girls are hot, but it's like there was no connection. So, like, it meant nothing.
Yeah,
like,
it's like...
Like, I don't really care. It's like, okay, nice body. Next. Like,
but, like, no, it's no different than, like, when...
That's funny.
When what would be like the male equivalent? It's like when dudes call women the bro. Like have you ever seen your a female who, like, you know you're cool with? You're cool. We're gonna tell that story one day. I feel like it's no different than women who like, oh, guys are less troubled. And there are chicks I really do believe this. They think, not saying they can't be hoes or they're not hoes, but, like, I do believe there are women out there who just, like, they just talk about stupid shit. I get to sit in this room, do whatever the fuck I want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think when you say certain terms, it's, like, no different than, like, men when they use, like, oh, that's my bestie or I would never. There's terms for women, too, that get them. Yeah. Like, Travis will tell you, I'm the king. I've done this one numerous times. I'm not that cute. I always say hard 6.4. You know, maybe a 7 with a good haircut. I will let you think I don't want to fuck you the whole time. I will let you think, like, it has never crossed my mind. Not even trying to downplay you, but, like, there's this simple words like, oh, like, I'll have a female friend with me and all the boys will be there. And someone will be like, oh, I thought you said it was only the dudes. I'm like, oh, that's just so-and-so. She's like a bro. Mm-hmm. Little shit like that.
Yep.
Starts fucking with their head. Because they do the same thing to us.
Little bro?
They do. They're like, yeah, like, little broing a female is crazy. But it's no different when they're like, because.
Little bro? Oh, that would.
Because you know what's different though?
That's a good one.
Because they get mad at that the same way they're like, when you, like, we have a lot of female friends. So, you know, like, I fuck with them a certain way and, like, mess with them. But they'll do stuff like, oh, that's just Zo. Well, bitch, I'm just Zo to you. Your friend with the fatty, like, she walked in and then that ass walked in 4 minutes later. I'm not her friend.
I'm not just Zo to her.
Yeah, like, I'm the Zo to her. I'm a whole new nigga. Yeah, but like, don't just throw me under the bus like that. Like, yeah, I'm just Zo to you. We have lived down the street for each other for 13 years. Yeah, but your friend who I saw off 2 shots of Casa Azul throwing that ass back, like, I'm not just Zo to her.
Nope.
I'm a potential mistake. Like, don't fuck this up for me.
Right. Help me make that mistake.
Exactly.
Be the mistake.
And you, what else did you
I just to tie a bow on the bro thing.
Yeah.
So everyone's like, oh, that's the bro or whatever. I base that off the attractiveness scale. So if we're all chilling, it's all the homies in here, and a fucking, like, a hard 8 walks in, you're like, dude, I want to fuck. It's not just the bro. And then you have the friends who are like, no, man, no. She's just the bro. Like, I would never do that. fuck that. Like, if she's fucking hot, like, dude, I'm gonna try and swoop in. Like,
and I think there's like difference too, because I'll say this. I have female friends who I know, like, if I didn't know you, it's like no different than, like, have you heard the phrase, like, if you weren't my friend 10 years ago, I probably wouldn't be your friend right now. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
I've heard that.
Like, there's tons of, like, a lot of times, like, when you show me, like, our female friends and their thirst traps,
Yeah.
it's like, oh no, that physical body, that, like, that face, I want to be guts.
Yeah.
Now, because I know that person, I want absolutely nothing to do with that. Nothing is less attractive than who that person is.
Yep.
Now, what that person has
is a different story.
Yeah, like she walk around with her shirt looking like them 2 milk jugs you used to get in elementary school with the plastic bags. I'm with that shit.
and then you blow it up, and fucking stomp on it.
We used to put carrots in the corner and smack it on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
Okay, but
I would like to say one thing with him though. That's funny. He's like if she's in a hard 8 or a 9, she walks in, she's the bro. Well, I'm like, if she's the bro, then I'm in a Pornhub episode because I'm the stepbrother at that point.
Stepbro helps sis get out. She gets unstuck from the washer. Like,
it's like
She got stuck underneath the
help
table.
with my
I didn't know what
homework
to
here.
do.
Let's go.
it took about 44 minutes, but Travis talked about his dick, boys and girls.
No,
Don't
I
worry.
didn't.
And we were playing Young in the Wash bingo. We would have hit all the fucking ones.
No, I was just saying. I think
No.
we talked about the scenario, not my dick. Even though you
No.
didn't miss it, I did say I had meat earlier
No,
when we were
I
talking
heard-
about the slow stroke. So that's when you should have called
No,
that one.
we talked about we hit all the Travis bingos. We talked about his stroke game.
That was
Him,
'cause you did it, though. You brought it up.
No, it was a quick
brought it
hitter.
up.
Quick hitters. I didn't bring up shit.
Okay,
I
it was
read.
a quick hitter. Producer
All
brought it
right.
up.
Stroke game. Travis's dick. He the only thing we missed, I think, on today's bingo would have been you saying relationships online aren't real. If
Yeah,
we would have got
that's a
that,
fact,
but that's Travis's like.
That's my hill. That's my hill.
Yeah, that's a
my
fact.
hill is
That's not a hill.
the social media
That is-
fraudness can't be my
That's
hill.
not a
That's
hill.
the safest hill I've ever seen.
Thank you.
Oh, my laser
Also-
chafed right now. All right?
Bro, you have ants in your pants from that little ass anthill that you swear that you lie on.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay,
That's the one,
And
baby.
you know, we are sports driven, both our podcasts. So let's end with 2 little quick sports questions. What do the Redskins do now that they got rid of Alex Smith and they have the 19th pick? Do you trade up?
Do they go for quarterback? All mocks say they're going for a QB.
All right, my question is this: though, do you go for an unproven because they're young enough that they don't really have to pay anyone right now? Chase Young, yeah. Montez Sweat, Terry McLennan, or Scary Terry, whatever his last name is. They're all younger. Yeah, Ohio State guys. I got you. But is it what's better, trading for a mid-level like contract, like maybe a Nick Foles, 15 years, you actually know, or drafting, or the combination of both? Like they go and they get a Alex Smith type to put under it while they still draft Zach Wilson or I think they say Mac Jones will be there at 19. Which I don't even know if he's going to be there at 19.
I think he's overrated.
So personally,
but I mean, who's
That's a different story. That's a different story.
Yeah, who's there though? Who else? Like you got to get a QB.
Yeah, I know.
How many teams need a QB?
I know. It's all about needs. It's all about needs.
yeah,
I know.
the Redskins are just at a weird spot. I think the NFL QB carousel is just at the weirdest spot it's been in a minute right now.
I think they're going young.
Yeah.
I think with how deep the class is itself, like, yeah, you're not going to get Zach Wilson, Fields, Lawrence. Like, that's not happening. But I think, like, with the talent level in this class specifically, and you have Ron Rivera, who just got there. They had like a regime change with the front office. I'm going young. Like, I don't need a proven guy or what do they call it, the journeyman that's been with a bunch of teams. I mean, if you want to start a new identity, obviously they're built around like the defensive line.
So
Get a young signal caller.
But like at this point, like it's not like they have a good draft pick. Like they need a lot more pieces.
Yeah.
than
They do.
just
And
a
that was
quarterback.
my thing about it. Like,
Here, hot take then for you. Hot take then on this one then. I actually kind of, and they made playoffs last year. People forget that.
Right.
They a lot of their losses were very
Like,
close.
one score
If
less for
they
the most part,
had
right.
a legit quarterback, a Russell Wilson,
Yeah.
if they had an Aaron Rodgers, something like that. I've heard a hot take that that's they're one. They are one piece away. They do have they have a great offensive line, great defense, like good defense in a sense. And they have offensive weapons.
Good running
all
backs.
they need is that one quarterback and maybe a couple more depth.
Well, Richard
Is that
Sherman
the-
said it too. Like Terry McLaurin's a true one receiver in the NFL at this point, but they have no one opposite of him.
Exactly.
He goes,
Facts.
if you
See,
can't
'cause
double
that's
this dude,
facts.
he's gonna
Facts.
blow.
See, because that's what I was going to like. All right, so they have Maziskic, whatever the fuck that man's name, 41. I forget his last name.
JD McKissick.
Yeah, McKissick, whatever. I had it. Yeah, but
McKissick.
kiss his dick. But
That's what I was about to
so
say. I didn't
my,
want to say anything.
my question would be then this: do you draft high at a skill spot, and then go get you a Ryan Fitzpatrick for the year.
I think Fitzmagic and a receiver in the first round is another playoff year for the Redskins.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think, because their division is dog awful.
Yeah, it's
and
not
you
good.
shouldn't play to win your division. You should play to win games.
But in this case,
But like, you could get 4 easy wins with Ryan Fitzpatrick.
you're telling me with that defensive line, Fitzmagic, another receiver, and some of those weapons, they can't go into Buffalo or Tennessee or Cleveland
Allen
even
Robinson.
and win a
I
first-round
know,
playoff game?
I know.
Allen Robinson.
I want Galladay. Whoever gets him
Yeah.
is getting a real one.
Galladay seems like the type of dude to go to Washington. Like, that seems
He's
like
a real
his
one
type
too.
of.
He's
That
real.
would
He's,
look good.
he's
And
injury
he had the
prone.
cap
a little bit,
space.
like-
And you got to think about it too. Last year,
look
their
good.
biggest passing problem was Alex Smith doesn't throw the ball down the field.
Facts.
And don't get me wrong, I got a little bit of faith in Old Dominion zone. I think it was Old Dominion. Taylor Heineke, my man was out
Yeah.
here hooping,
they
hooping.
signed him.
No,
They
no
signed him.
fucks
The
given.
Buccaneers? Yeah.
All right, and to close out the show, I have one more question for you guys. Who do you have more faith in going into next season? Daniel Jones, Tua, or Sam Darnold if he's still on the Jets?
See, with me, Sam Darnold, I hope he gets traded to the most perfect situation.
I don't think he's that bad.
I don't either.
think so.
I think he's what we thought Christian Hackenberg was supposed to be.
Yes.
But he's just in just an equally shitty situation.
Shitty situation. Like, if you put Sam Darnold in Washington, maybe get the rumor mill going a little bit right here. That's a good situation for everybody.
That is.
mad
That's
about
a good
that.
one.
That would be a
and you
good
could draft a
situation.
young guy
And
too.
they got
just in
and they
case
got
if you want.
Logan.
Or a
They got a
weapon.
tight end. Logan Thomas is in buns. Like
Yeah.
RIP to
Like-
the Virginia Tech God, or not RIP, but big ups to the Virginia Tech God.
Yeah.
Out of all of them, maybe Daniel Jones. I think you get Saquon back. They're tailoring all of their picks to the offensive line. I mean,
Facts.
if you want to go all in, I'd say with him. I don't know how. I'm sorry, Josh, about your boy Tua. Did he peak at Bama?
Don't worry, I gave him shit about how he said draft night that Herbert was overrated.
Oh,
He was
that's
bad.
the whole-
Trust me, I
the
have the
draft-
receipts on that
draft-
one.
I die on that
salty.
hill with you,
I was
Josh.
salty as hell. I was so salty.
as
I'm
well.
with you
Everybody
on that.
hated.
I blacked out that
And I was,
night.
I was
The-
so
the-
salty.
the
I
Pac-12 is
loved it.
hated by the
I wanted
Paladins.
Herbert. I wanted Herbert since his sophomore year at Oregon. So
I love
yeah.
you.
Time out. If you
I
wanted
will
him his
say-
sophomore year at Oregon, you
I wanted
you
him.
had you died on.
I'm
That's
telling
a
you-
crazy hill. 'cause
I'm
he didn't
telling
look
you,
like
I
that.
wanted
You
him. Wait, you
deserve
can
to
ask
die on that
Michael. You
hill.
can ask
That's
Michael
when that
Sand, an
started.
Oregon fan. I wanted him way back then, and I
All
got my
right.
wish.
Well, with that, we'd like to thank. excuse me. With that, we'd like to thank Joshua for coming. Plug yourself, boys. Shamelessly, you got 40 seconds. Go. Tell them where they can find you, what you guys are doing.
You can find me at Will Galvez. You can find Dale at Arrendale_. Go follow What's on the Menu Daily at WOTM Daily. We're on YouTube. Go subscribe there. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, all of it.
And for all my degenerate gamblers out there, come follow my picks. I am hot as fuck. I think I'm 19-7 in my last 2 weeks on NBA picks.
Hedge him.
My football picks, I netted a lot of money this year. So come give us a follow. It's a good time. Interact with us. Give me some shit. We're here for it.
I love it.
And
And
thank you, fellas.
Oh, of course.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Of course,
Thank you.
thank you guys.
Thank you to Josh for setting
you,
this up.
Josh Collette.
Yeah.
This was awesome.
Hey, and from here, from the Young and the Wash, it is the leader of the barn, Z Shiesty, a.k.a. your girl's favorite teddy bear, and we are out this bitch.
Boom.